Okay, you can go.
Oh, okay. You know what it is? Oh my God, Kyle. Did you get this of mine and finish it?
No,
I made this on a gray one.
I know, and then you threw it away.
Ah! Oh, I love it. Thank you.
What do you want?
Thank you.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kyle and this is Stitching and Sound. If you have any questions of why I call my channel that, yeah, you'll have to wait for the answer for that. I hope everybody had a great Christmas, if you celebrate it, and the happiest of holidays, if you celebrate any holiday around this time. And I hope you all had the greatest of New Year's. Mine was interesting. Less said about it, the better. If everything went according to plan, at the beginning of this video, you would have seen the Christmas present that I gave my mother. I have had that piece done since March of 2018, and I've had to keep it a secret for a full pregnancy because my intention was to give it to her for Mother's Day, and I didn't go home for Mother's Day. And then my intention was to give it to her when I went home over the summer for my brother's birthday, but I didn't have it framed. So I had to wait till Christmas to give it to her. That piece is called Wise Men, and it is from, I believe it is 1989. I've been telling everybody it's 1989. Come on, there's gonna be a copyright date somewhere in here. But anyway, it is from book 16 of the Stony Creek collection. It's called And the Angel Sang. And here's the finished piece. Hopefully I'll also be able to insert a photo of it at the beginning, right after the clip, but we'll see. If not, go to my Instagram. But yeah, the reason I did this is because, and this will hopefully answer any questions you have about that clip. My mom cross-stitched religiously when I was very young. She was a stay-at-home mom. And then when I was about 6 or 7, she finally got a full-time job, the job she's still at. And she just stopped stitching. Like cold turkey. I don't recall her ever stitching after she started her job. Fast forward to the summer before I started stitching, she was doing some spring cleaning in the house and she found all of her cross-stitch stuff in her closet, and instead of keeping it all, you know, had I been stitching at that time, I would have taken it, but she just threw it all away. And somebody asked me if she liked the piece so much, why she threw it away. That was a comment on my Instagram post. And I think it's because I think she knew she was never going to stitch again. It's already been almost 20 years since then. Now, I know that people have taken breaks from stitching for much longer and come back to it, but, you know, you never know when you're doing something like that if you're going to come back to it. So I think at the time she just felt she was never going to stitch again, so she threw everything away. And one of the pieces she threw away was a half-finished design of this Wise Men piece. And then when I started stitching about a year after that, one of the things she kept saying to me was how much she wished she would have kept it so that she could finish it, or how much she wished she would have finished it a long time ago and all that. So I did some handy-dandy research on eBay I was able to finally track down the exact issue with that design in it, and I stitched it. And I had to keep it a secret for 9 months. That, you know, was hard to do. And I finished it myself. I'm never doing that again. For something like that, when I just want a simple frame, I'm taking that sumbitch to Hobby Lobby. The only reason I framed it myself is because it was for my mother, and I know she would have appreciated something that I did. So yeah. It was stitched on 14 count black Ada. Fun. And I don't know if I'll do any of the other designs in this booklet. A lot of them are cute. Very cute designs. But yeah, I was so excited when she reacted the way she did. I was hoping she was going to do her... My mom is where I get most of my humor from. My mom is so funny. But when she gets really excited, she does this sort of like yell thing, and she did it in that video, and I'm very, very happy she did it, because it just cracks me up. When I told her that I posted it to a couple of my Facebook groups, she's like, "Ah, Kyle, I look terrible." And I'm like, "Mom, the video was recorded at 7:30 on Christmas morning. I don't think anybody expected you to be wearing full formal attire on Christmas morning when you get your presents." Just like, "Oh, I know." So if she ever finds these videos, she's going to be very upset when she finds out that I put that at the beginning of my video. And that's why I've never shown it on any of my social medias, or on this channel, because I was deathly afraid she was going to find this channel, and if I had shown it, she would have figured out what I was doing for her. So I've hinted, I think, in one of my videos that I had a finish, but I didn't show it for certain reasons. That was why. So yeah, you know what that means, though. I have a finish. Happy finishes, everyone. Okay. Christmas for me was well. Outside of that, it was very relaxing. I got to go home for a week, get away from this place for a while. Didn't want to come back. I almost considered quitting my job while I was home. Less said about that, the better. But anyway. I didn't get a whole lot for Christmas, but I didn't ask for anything for Christmas. I have not asked for anything for Christmas since I graduated high school. This is the first year that my parents didn't ask me for a list. So, you know, Dad didn't get me anything. It's whatever, I don't care. My mom got me a Himalayan salt lamp, which I actually have right here. I haven't hooked it up yet, though. Changes colors, very excited about that. She got me a couple of sweaters. And just all of the chocolate that's going to go straight to my ass. I'm so excited. Had a great New Year. Didn't have a great New Year's Day. That was... But yeah, so... That's what I've been up to. So let's get into this video here. I've got quite a bit of haul. And some whips I've been working on. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about 2019. We'll see. I know I touched on it in my last video, but... Okay, so before we get into that, I didn't do what I've been listening to last week, so I'll do that now. I have one track and one band y'all need to listen to. Okay, where are my Tori Amos lovers? Alright, cool. Now, arguably her two most popular songs are Crucify and Cornflake Girl. My favorite Tori Amos song that I've been listening on like repeat the past couple of weeks is Space Dog. It's from her second album. Can't remember the title of the album on the top of my head, but it's a very experimental song, which, you know, is nothing new for Tori Amos by any means, but it's different, and I think that's why I like it so much. And then my suggestion for a band that people need to listen to, and I'll link a couple of my favorite songs by them down below. They're not a newer band. They're about They're about 6 years old. They're an English rock band. They're called Wolf Alice. They have 2 albums out, and I love both of their albums so much. They do have an EP that was released, I think, in 2013, but Your Love is Cool, I believe, is the name of the first album, and Visions of a Life is their second album. Second album, I mean, there's not as many catchy songs on the second album, but it's definitely a better written album than their first one. And it won the Mercury Prize last year, which I was floored. They deserved it because it is an amazing album. Just a couple of tracks that are my favorite. Your Love's Whore, Bros, Beautifully Unconventional, Don't Delete the Kisses, Giant Peach. Just check them out. I'll link a couple of those below. I can't guarantee I'll remember all those songs that I just mentioned, but so yeah, that's what I've been listening to. Okay, let's get into Stitchy stuff. Okay. Y'all, I got some haul. Hold on, I forgot to take out one of my pieces of haul. Just real quick. I want to have everything. Okay, perfect. Okay. First up, I got my first purchase from 1884 Stitchery, McKenna, Stitching in Sequins, her online shop. I finally got something from the shop, and I know I had plugged her shop a couple of videos ago. I was waiting for the perfect piece to purchase. I got 2 things in the mail. I got this Regal Peacock, as it was labeled on the website. It's a needle minder. And then I got Anglesey by River Drift House. I mean, she showed this on not her last video, but the video before. And I paused the video when she showed this, and I went and bought it. This Regal Peacock has been in my cart, or had been in my cart for 3 or 4 weeks. No, not 4 weeks. It had been in my cart a couple of weeks, but I didn't just want to purchase the needle minder. And during that entire time, I was worried that Letitia, Crafty Curator, was going to buy it before I could, because I really wanted that needle minder. Luckily, when I went on to buy River Drift House, or Anglesey, it was still in stock, so all worked out great. I just love the colors. It's a very yes type of, yes colors to it. And if y'all haven't, please go to 1884 Stitchery, McKenna, Stitching in Sequins. She, if you're looking for out-of-print stuff, she more than likely will have it. I'm not going to say everything, but I know she just put up a couple of out-of-print mirrors. She has good housewife stuff. All the good things that you might be looking for, she most likely has it. Okay. Next. I went to Sassy Jack Stitchery online, and see, now the bad thing is, if you're really looking for charts that you cannot find, don't Google them. Go Google online needlework shops, because if you just Google a chart that might be out of print or very hard to find, these shops will not pop up that have these charts in stock. So, a limited edition Hands Across the Sea sampler, Sarah Brazier, 1829, Queen of May, limited edition. Sassy Jacks had one in stock. They might have another one. So, but if you were just to Google Sarah Brazier sampler, Sassy Jacks won't pop up. You need to go to online needlework shops and see if they have them in stock. And I bit the bullet. I bought it. I didn't want to miss out on not having it because, you know, I'm obsessed with Hands Across the Sea samplers now. And then now it might have changed since I bought this, but when I called the store to confirm my purchase, I also let them know that I wanted the Harriet Heartland DMC pack because they only listed the silk pack online, and Kim was more than happy to do up a DMC pack for me. So yeah, highly recommend Sassy Jacks. You know, like I said, they might have a couple of these in stock if you're still looking for them. I know Mare Stitches, she was looking for one for her unicorn. I've already let her know. I think she's found one. Awesome. Okay. We're going on to some mass Stitchy kindness right now. Okay. So, before I left, Slub Lover Stitches, Candace, she messaged me on Instagram saying, hey, I need your address, because I'm going to send you something. I'm like, what? Okay. It didn't arrive before I went home, but when I came back, it was waiting for me, and she had stitched these needle minders. This is of the PlayStation buttons, and this is Spyro the Dragon. A couple of months ago, they re-released all the Spyro games, well, not all, the first 3 Spyro games on PlayStation 4 and all that stuff. And the child in me basically exploded, and I jumped right on that. And I posted a story about it, and she saw it, and she stitched me one of these. And it was an amazing birthday present. Thank you, Candace. Spyro was stitched 1/1 on 25 count. And then I believe this was stitched 1/1 on 32 count. I love these. I love them. They've got clips on the back, I assume to maybe hold charts, which is awesome. And then she also sent along the sticker that came with an album that she bought, and she sent it to me because she thought it was fitting. Take the brown acid. Now, I might change that with a Sharpie and above it say, don't take the brown acid, because say no to acid. So I really, really love that. That was... I was very elated when I opened that. And then... this one about made me, like, shit my pants. Okay, so I'm getting the mail one morning, and I noticed that I have a package from 123 Stitch, and I'm like, I didn't buy anything from 123 Stitch. And I'm shaking it, and I hear beads, and I'm thinking that maybe, like, something in their computers accidentally... something was messed up, and they just resent me, like, the beads that I bought for, like, Sleeping Beauty and Castor Bean, because that all came in at once. And when I opened the package, a lot of the beads looked like what I needed for Sleeping Beauty and Castor Bean. But then there was Krynic in it, and I'm like, I don't need this. And so I'm looking at the invoice, or the receipt, and there are just zeros up and down. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I look closer, and there's a little note from Julie. Now, I didn't get permission to actually use her last name, so we'll just refer to her as Julie. If you recall, a couple of videos ago, I was doing, I believe, I was showing what I got from the Michelle Bendy live sale. And I had stopped at one moment because I had gotten a message, and I had said, oh, something along the lines of, oh, this person is asking about my extra fairy dreams from Lavender and Lace. That's what it was. After I got done shooting that video, I checked the message, and she's like, oh, you know, if you plan on doing it for a giveaway or what, I'm like, no, just... I already paid for it. It's no big deal. It's just a spare. I'll send it to you. Fast forward a couple of months, I look closer at this personalized note, and it said something along the lines of, for you being so grateful to giving me that chart, I've bought you the embellishments for Angel of the New Dawn, your favorite memorabilia. And I about started crying. Because that is just the kindest thing. I couldn't thank her enough. And I'm having a lot of luck with Angel of the New Dawn because 123 Stitch fucked up the stitch count for one of my fabrics for Sleeping Beauty. I still need to check to make sure I have enough space to even finish it on that fabric. So I asked them to send me, I'm not going to dig it out, I asked them to send me 32 count Blue Ice Belfast linen, which is what Angel of the New Dawn is stitched on. I got that for free. I got gifted the embellishments, and then they haven't arrived yet, but on one of the D-Stash sites that I'm on Facebook, one of the admins was selling DMC for 25 cents, and I'm like, so Angel of the New Dawn is like my good luck charm right now. And she is one of only 2 planned new starts for this year. Angel of the New Dawn is. So Julie, if you're watching, thank you very much. You have no idea how much it means to me. Okay, speaking of D-Stash sites, from that same D-Stash site, I've never heard of these before, but I saw it and I had to get it because I'm like, I'm never going to see this again. It's called Dance of the Winter Solstice from Whispered by the Wind. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. I don't know if I'll ever stitch it anytime soon, but it's like, I won't see it again, and if I don't get it now, I'm not going to remember the name of it, so I better get it. I've never heard of Whispered by the Wind. Maybe I have, and I just don't remember, but I don't think I've heard of it. Love that design. And then, your boy went thrifting for the first time, and I was surprised to even find any cross-stitching stuff at this first place. But what I found this one is a Jan Lin kit. And the main reason Monday exists is to make us really grateful for Friday. I got it for, it says $2.50 on there, but I think they were having a sale on their craft stuff. I got this for $1.50. Comes with everything. Beautiful. And then I found this 28 count fat quarter of cream it looks like cream to me. Cream Joblin. It doesn't look so much in the light, but it says $6.50, but the cashier didn't want to bother the person who she had just asked how much to charge this for, so she gave this to me for $1.50 as well. I don't know what the hell I'm going to stitch on that. I posted in one of my mirror groups if there's any mirrors that would look good on this linen. And the ones that people had suggested, I had already had plans on the kind of fabric I want to use for them. But I'll find something. Maybe I can use it for 2... well, I don't really have any other Noras. If I ever find a Nora that I want to stitch on, I could maybe fit 2 on there. Maybe. I don't know. Then I went to my L&S Fiberworks in Waverly. I could have spent hours on there. I originally had like 7 things in my... I didn't have a basket. I was just holding them in my arms like this, you know. But I ended up only walking out with 2 things, and I'll tell you why here in a second. But one of the things I walked out with was a Daffodil from Black Swan Designs. This was in the half-off bin. And I love this one. There's an entire, like, flower collection. If I can find it somewhere. I can't find it anywhere. But, isn't that fun? I don't know when I'll get to that one either, but I think the main reason I got it is because Black Swan. Because I've rarely seen anything from Black Swan Design, so I'm like, I need to get this right now. So I picked that up, and then, you guys, okay, Lavender and lace. Let's talk about lavender and lace for a second. The designs were all by Nora Corbett's mother, Marilyn. Now, there are some lavender and lace designs that are very hard to find. They are not out of print. In the lavender and lace group that I'm a part of on Facebook, the person, I believe her name is Beth. Now, I don't think she's actively involved in the Facebook group, but she owns all the rights to Marilyn's lavender and lace designs. She has said that none of the designs are out of print, and she just needs to print more. One of the highest, if not the highest, sought-after lavender and lace design is Firefly Fairies. I was in my LNS for probably 2 hours when I realized I hadn't looked at any lavender and lace designs yet. And this is when I still had like 7 things in my arm, and I went and I'm like, okay, I need to go find them. Literally at the back of the basket with all the lavender and lace designs was Firefly Fairies along with the called for fabric, which, as far as I know, that doesn't happen. The fabric itself is a 32 count cobblestone, and how you're able to get this sort of pattern, because it doesn't come like this. How you get this sort of effect is you need to bleach the fabric to get the star effect on it. And I was surprised to go in and see that it was all done for me. I looked at the price and it's like, okay, I can get 7 things or I can get 2 things. And considering I might, since it's at my LNS, it's fair price. It's not overpriced, it's fair price. Because if you figure it's $16 for the design, which I think most LNSs charge for lavender and lace designs, and so much for the fabric, all worked out. I put everything back except this and that black swan design, and I was sitting pretty. I was floored. I was so happy. Okay, that's haul. That was fun. I don't think I have any more. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something, but yeah, that's how it goes. So now let's move on to whips. I took home 2 Mirabilias with me for Christmas, because I was going to be home for a week. I took home Fairy Moon and Athena, which I had not worked on for a while. Well, while I was home, here's Fairy Moon. Needle Minder, compliments of Clay by Kim. While I was home, I finished this entire thing here. I don't know what this is called. I called it an undershawl on Instagram, because it's not part of her dress, because then here's her shawl, and her dress is all flowy and stuff down here, but then there's whatever the shit this thing is. I called it an undershawl. It made sense to me. It might be called a petticoat. Somebody said it's probably a petticoat, which is cool. But, yeah, undershawl. I copyright that term. But after I had finished this, I figured it was a good stopping point while I was home, mainly because I'm trying to prolong moving the Q-snap as much as possible, because I don't want to move it. But I put out a poll anyway that I didn't listen to. Either continue working on Fairy Moon, or should I switch to Athena? Before even the first vote was in, I had switched to Athena, which, like I said, I have not touched in the hottest of seconds. I don't think... That doesn't sound too dirty, right? Okay. And while I was home, I finished her little frilly shit. Why am I finishing things that I don't know the name of? Like, I don't know clothes. I don't know gardening. I don't know clothes. Okay, so I finished her little frilly thing here. All those blank spots are supposed to be beads. Then I came over and started all of this of her dress and the little lace part falling down here. Needle minder compliments of Clay by Kim. So yeah, this one, 32 count linen in Midsummer Night by Under the Sea Fabrics. 32 count Luga. We'll say that. In Dusk by Picture This Plus. This one might be going away for a little bit. I know. It's just because I know that I'm already so far on Fairy Moon. That might be my focus mirror for a little bit. But I'm happy with the progress I made on Athena. There's just a lot going on in Athena, and baby steps with her. Okay, and then my last whip that I've worked on, this was the first thing I pulled out once I got home from being, home, is my Hannah Sanderson sampler. I was so happy to not be stitching words. I'm finally doing some motifs. Got the flower, we got flower and like leaves and shit going on. Then I started the next flower, and this goes all the way across, and then there's all sorts of fun stuff going on down here. Death's Head Hawkmoth, needle minder compliments of Clay by Kim. She is done on a 36 count mushroom linen, I think. I don't know. I got it, the fabric was a custom cut from Sassy Jack Stitchery, which, you know, I'm wishing I would have maybe got the Harriet Heartland custom cut fabric from there, but no big deal. So yeah, that's 3 days work. Those are my whips. I had a new start yesterday. Oh my god. Okay, so I had only 2 planned new starts for the year, possibly 3, depending if I was able to find the fabric for it or not. But 2 for sure, and that was going to be Angel of the New Dawn and Harriet Heartland once the fabric shows up. But then I was in Hobby Lobby yesterday, which I'm so dumb. I was in Hobby Lobby yesterday, and I was looking at the even weave, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Yeah, because I knew exactly what project I was going to use it for. I believe I have shown this before. Terra Australis from Dinky Dyes. And when I bought this, it came with all the called for silks. And here's where I got in just yesterday. I mean, I started this yesterday. Needle minder compliments of Clay by Kim. I had to frog it once, which of course I had to. But this silk here, I have never in my life, and by my life I mean the last 2 years, 2.5, 3 years that I've been stitching, used a floss or silk that is this variegated. This is all one floss. It is, I think I put it away. It is Freo by Dinky Dyes. Just look at all that variegation, and as you can see, I was playing around with it. I didn't like that I started out so purple in the middle, because I was hoping that would be a little bit more colorful. But as I worked out, I was trying new ways of stitching with the silk to, you know, flare it up a little bit. Like, For this one, I just simply stitched across, but then like this one, I went from the outside, I did the outline and went inwards, stuff like that. So I'm basically using this for experimental reasons. I'm incredibly happy with it. I mean, I can't believe I stitched that much just yesterday. So that was an unexpected new start. It was not in my plans at all, but when I saw... And I did not want to use that 28 count even weight because this is just like a white. I did not want to use that slightly cream colored one because it wouldn't have looked right. That's what I got, folks. At least I think I do. This video was unexpectedly shorter than I thought it was going to be. We're at 35 minutes? That's really short. What was I doing the last videos when I made them like over an hour? I just fucking charged through this. That's okay. I'm not upset. Gives me more time to do other things, like, cleaning? I don't know. Okay, folks. See, now I hate coming to the end of my video because I never know how to, like, do a smooth transition into just stopping the video. And I don't have any more notes. I was going to talk about 2019 a little bit. Okay. I am not participating in the no new starts thing. And I shouldn't say that I only have 2 planned new starts. Because I do plan on starting more than just Angel the New Dawn and Harriet Heartland. Those are just the ones where I don't have everything for, and I planned on buying things for them. But technically, I bought them before the new year started, so maybe I'm doing okay. But my goal is to stitch from stash as much as possible, with the exception of if I run out of a DMC floss, I need to go get it, because if I'm close to the end of something and I'm missing one floss, I ain't waiting until next year to get it. So, but, here, let's see if I can tell you a little bit here. This drawer, with the exception of two or three things in here, this drawer is all kits. So I should probably start on a couple of those. All kits. I've got some stuff started in this bottom drawer. Top drawer is all just plain charts. So the goal is just not spend as much money, because I'm going to StitchCon. Can't wait. So yeah. I feel like I was going somewhere with that. I'm not doing... God bless Michelle Bendy and Abby Bella Stitches for all of those new starts. Nope. Can't do that. So, yes. Now, I'm not going to be buying as many charts. It'll have to be a design that I really like if I want to buy it this year, because I'm strapped for cash because of going to StitchCon, and then I've got a couple of other things I'm going to be going home for where I won't, won't be paid for that week. So, 2019 is a money conscious year for me. Except the part where I go to the retreat. Possibly 2. Maybe, if I'm lucky. But yeah. It's not going to be a no new start. I know I've already said that, but the new starts will definitely be, if I do them, from stuff that I already have. The 2 pieces I for sure want to finish this year are Fairy Moon and the Hannah Sanderson sampler. If I finish more, great. I'm pretty sure I could finish this in a week. But yeah, my plan is if I finish something, I will reward myself by starting something. That's the plan. I don't have New Year's resolutions or goals. I have New Year's want-to-dos. As I commented on Teresa Kogut's, which I found out I was pronouncing that wrong, her channel, she had asked if we do that, New Year's resolutions. I never keep them. So I call them New Year's want-to-dos, because if I want to do something, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to, totally upset with it. So, all right, y'all. I've been chatting long enough. I've run out of things to talk about. Here comes Iggy. Hi, Iggy. Just hanging out? Yeah? Do you want to come say hi to the people? No? Okay. He's just exploring. Okay. I need to stop rambling. I need to go. I don't need to go. I should go because I don't know what the hell else to talk about. Okay. So, to all of my people, you're not getting... No. Keep being amazing. Let those fucks fly. And say no to acid. Until next time. Bye-bye.